Today, we venture into the world of chaos, nukes, punches, and treacherous falls. Supervive is a multiplayer online battle royale hero shooter. Basically, you have abilities, and you fight others with ability on a map where the last one standing wins. As of this video, it is a demo available until October 21st as a part of the Next Fest on Steam. The Hunters. Hunters are the main part of Supervive. They are the people you play, as well as the ones you battle against. As of the demo, there are 16 hunters within 5 different skill sets. The skill sets or categories are as follows: Fighter, Initiator, Frontliner, Protector, and Controller. Anyways, who are all the 16 that make up the game? Well, we have Brawl, Ghost, Jin, Julie, Myth, Shiv, and Strike. We have Bishop and Kingpin. Thirdly, with Frontliners, we have Felix and Oath. Fourthly, we have the Protectors, with Aluna and Zeph. Lastly, we have the Controllers, with Celeste, Hudson, and Void. Honestly, they're all pretty cool. They also get items to help them move, deal more damage, or have more health. Let's get into that. Weapons. Weapons are given by default to every character upon dropping in the map. Upon choosing your character, you could select more damage, more health, or a mix of both. Over time, upon gaining experience, you can level them up and pick an expertise. Blades can turn into a Tech Blade, Mana Blade, Vampiric Blade, and a Quick Blade. While helmets can turn into a Bladed Helmet, Tech Helmet, or Mana Helmet, each with their own evolutions. Some buffs include a boosted mana regen, more health, lifesteal, and tons of gold. Speaking of gold, you can purchase tons of things with it, such as consumables, exotics, and powers. Let's see what those are. Powers and consumables. Oh my. Starting off, I'll talk about powers. Simply put, they enhance your survival in some way. They can be passive or active, and are dropped by monsters, found in vaults, or purchased with gold in the shop. You can carry 2 at a time, and there are 4 rarities: Common, Uncommon, Rare, and Epic. Common usually just provides a buff to mana and health. Uncommon tend to vary more, with some creating a mana cloud, planting a money tree, becoming a tree, exploding in a fiery rage, or even fishing. Rare has even better abilities, granting even more mana regen, firing homing missiles, gaining companions, and summoning boulders. Rare powers are some of the craziest there are, granting X-Ray, allowing the use of a grappling hook, abilities to hover, and to grant faster revives to allies. Along with those powers, you can find consumables in the same way you find powers. Dropped by monsters, purchased with gold, or even acquired in vaults. You can carry 4 consumables, unlike the 2 powers you can have. These also have similar rarities, but they only go up to rare. You can create spike walls and heal with common items. Uncommon items allow for greater healing, stealth, movement, and recon. And yet, there is only one rare, which allows you to teleport anywhere within the next circle at any time. More on that later. But there's an even higher rarity, known as exotic. Exotics are hard to find, but some of the strongest consumables, powers, and weapons in the game. Starting off, you can summon a respawn beacon. More on that later. Some powers provide passive healing, or a faster moving speed than powers or weapons. You can even nuke as a power, dealing crazy damage to everyone. Or you can gain the ability to change powers. Exotics are the most fun to play with, and provide crazy buffs at the cost of great amounts of gold, expert hacking, or boss kills. But why do these exist, and where do I use them? Well, in the battle arena, of course. The battle arena. Currently, the demo only has 1 arena. It is filled with plenty of challenges to grant you powers, consumables, XP, and even vary your experience. There are many variants to get, from tornadoes to infinite jets to crazy trains. Along with these, you must deal with a storm. It prevents healing and even deals damage eventually. It'll do more and more damage the more days pass. Be sure to keep an eye on it. But, to survive, you'll need experience. Experience is used to level up your abilities and weapons. You can get experience from enemy camps, bosses, and by killing other players. Some bosses only spawn later, or in special circumstances, and they reward players with a guaranteed exotic. Vaults grant access to higher armor, consumables, powers, and or even those exotics. They are loud and damage you if you fail to hack it in one go. Enemy camps provide common consumables and experience. Chests give random items with no drawbacks, except they're very low rarity items. Base camps are found unclaimed around the world, allowing you to convert one consumable into another consumable, as well as repair your armor and grant super fast healing when standing on the base after captured. If an enemy has the base, you must capture it first. Along with these bases, there are revive totems. These allow you to spend time and alert the map to revive your teammates regardless of death or distance. You can also use the exotic I talked about earlier. The map has many obstacles to kill you, like cliffs, spikes, and the lack of ground. Luckily, you are given a glider to move around the map without worry, assuming that you don't run out of fuel like I mentioned earlier. If you run out of fuel, a grappling hook deploys, and if you are close enough to the ground, you can save yourself. Otherwise, you are straight up fucked. Rings and jellyfish refill your fuel, prolonging your death to the void. Or players can spike you down if you're caught in the wrong situation. Let's get to those players, shall we? Other players. Since this is a multiplayer game, you will face others. You will have a set amount of health and armor that will protect you until you take enough damage. Upon losing all health, you become a wisp, a ball that allows your team to revive you easily. However, you could fully die after becoming a wisp by either running out of time or getting finished by the other team. You can finish other teams' wisps as well. But, like I mentioned, there are revive stations. Using these are vital to winning. Upon respawning, you can look for your own loot, or others' loot, in death boxes. They hold all the consumables and powers that you or they had before their untimely demise. Quickly grab it and get back to the fight. Other things. As this is a free-to-play game, they offer skins for many of the characters and cosmetics. I like this system as it rewards artists but also provides for the entire game. During this demo, you will have a hunter's journey, which requires experience to progress through. It provides hunter unlocks and plenty of cool little cosmetics. Plus, there are hunter masteries which give cosmetics based on the character you earn them with. There are 3 modes. You have arena, you have squads, and you have duos, as well as training. You can have as many friends as you want, but only 4 in a lobby. Here are my opinions. I like the in-game guide. It may not have everything, but it's fairly informational. The skin shop makes sense, although I would have paid for the game after playing for it a bit, because it just scratched that itch in my brain. And so, that's all she wrote. Have a great day, everyone.